Hi everyone, it's Cheryl from the Lifestyle Digs, coming to you today from the farm where I board my horse. So there's Cajun, he's just kind of behind me here. I've just got a halter on him because he's walking loose in the driveway right now. Just don't want him to step on my dog. My little Chica is down here on the ground. Anyway, probably got a little bit of helmet head because I was just riding him. So today I'm here to say, well, it's happened again. Well, first of all, I'm on my Kindle Fire, so that's why it's kind of jiggly. Anyway, yesterday morning I was in the kitchen making a smoothie for breakfast, and my phone rings. And I look down and it's a call display. I can see it's a number from Seattle. Well, I don't know anyone from Seattle, so I just let it go to voicemail. And whoever it is leaves a message. And then about 2-3 minutes later, the phone rings again, and again from Seattle, so I just let it go to voicemail, and it looks like he left another message. So, I just figured, getting a lot of scam phone calls lately. So, I eventually got around to listening to the message, and it has all the characteristics of a scammer. I don't want to sound like a racist or a bigot or anything, but a lot of these scam callers are coming from other countries, overseas, and they usually have an accent, and they're hard to understand. And well, this guy was hard to understand. He was very soft-spoken, and he had a very heavy, deep accent. I couldn't tell you where from, but he was very hard to understand. And so the message went something to the effect of my Amazon account, and he was trying to verify a purchase, and I had to phone back, and if I didn't phone back in 2 minutes, then he was going to cancel my purchase. So well, I haven't purchased anything lately on Amazon, so I just, yeah, right. But one of the things he said in his message was he did say my Mastercard, and he said the last four numbers of a I can't remember the numbers, but so I went to my wallet and I pulled up my Mastercard, and sure enough, those are the last four numbers. So I went online to my I can check my my Mastercard statement online, and I can see there's all these charges that have gone through the source and a couple other places like for games or something, and I'm not a gamer. So I immediately phoned my credit card company, my Mastercard, and I'm on hold for about 10 minutes before I finally get somebody, and then he puts me through to the fraud department, and we went over my charges. He asked me a bunch of questions. I guess the person on Amazon was trying to buy a gift card, and so we've canceled the credit card, and he's sending me out another one. And but yeah, there was quite a few charges that had been attempted. Like he tried to get a limousine in Brampton, and I go, is that Ontario? I mean, I'm in British Columbia. I haven't been to Ontario in years. So I eventually listened to the other message on Amazon. Like this whole process took me about an hour, and then I listened to the message on Amazon, the second message, and he just basically said, I didn't hear back from you, so I'm going to cancel that purchase. And I'm kind of concerned now because I only keep 2 credit cards in my wallet, and one is this Mastercard, and it's a Mastercard by my cell phone carrier, Fido, and I only got this particular Mastercard because it's for travel, and I was down in Oregon earlier this year in the May and June of 2019. So I used my Mastercard then, and I've used it a couple of times, ironically enough, on Amazon, just to run some small purchases through. I get some makeup a couple of times every couple of months. So I don't use that credit card in the stores. And likewise with my Visa, I have a Visa in my wallet, and I don't use that in the stores either. I use it for Amazon and for other online purchases, and I just kind of keep it in my wallet just in case. You never know, you can have an emergency with your car and you need your credit card. So that's why I keep it there for emergencies. Now this Visa, two weeks ago, I got a text from TD Visa Alerts, and again, I thought it was a scam, but it turned out to be right. And somebody was attempting to use, well, had used my Visa to buy a British visitor visa, and that was not me. Obviously, Canadians don't need a visa to visit Great Britain. So that card was canceled. They sent me out a new one, so I've got that. But this has really got me concerned because these were the only 2 credit cards in my wallet. I do have other credit cards, but I don't carry them on me. And I'm thinking, I've seen these commercials for a wallet, this wallet that's supposed to protect your credit card information. And they show people just like walking by you on the street or in the grocery store, and they zap your credit card information, and then they clone your credit card and start making a bunch of purchases. But I'm thinking, well, maybe that's what happened to me. That's all I can think of, because these are rarely used credit cards, and I do use them from time to time on Amazon, which is the only place that I use them. So I did change my Amazon email login. I have a few email accounts, but I don't know whether anyone's hacked into my email. It seems a little weird that they would know my password, because I do change my passwords fairly frequently. And the thing about that Mastercard from yesterday, I've only had that Mastercard since February or March of 2019, so I haven't even had that Mastercard very long, and I mostly only used it on a trip to Oregon. So now I'm concerned enough to go into my credit union, because the only other thing I have in there that people get money on is my debit card. But I talked to the lady there, and she said, the 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 credit cards have different technology than debit cards, and she doesn't really think they can clone the debit card. They would need to know my PIN, and nobody knows my PIN. I'm a single, nobody knows my PIN. And I said, well, 10 years ago when I had an Envision debit card, it got compromised, and somebody in Ontario, again Ontario, got $20. And she says, well, the technology has changed a lot in the last 10 years, the chips and everything. So I didn't cancel my debit card and change it. Again, I'm covered. The CDIC does cover losses up to $100,000 in Canada, so I should be pretty good on that. But here I am. It's happened twice in 2 weeks that my credit cards, I've been a victim of fraud, and there's nobody else in my house. There's nobody that has access to my purse or my wallet. I don't have my numbers written down anywhere, and I don't use them very often. So I think it's like the guy I was talking to 2 weeks ago from Visa. He says these scammers, they use this technology, and they just keep running numbers until they get a hit, and then they go for it. So that's all I can think of. Even though that guy from Amazon says, well, keep your Mastercard safe. Well, it's never out of my possession, so I don't know how much more safer I can keep it. Anyway, there's my horse. He's wandering off down the driveway, and can you see him down there? I got to get out of the way. I don't have a good hang of this, as you can tell. My gorgeous Cajun there. Anyway, this is Cheryl from the Lifestyle Digs, and signing off. Thanks for listening to me today. Bye bye.